My dear students, I am Professor D.D. Jadhav, working as an assistant professor of chemistry at the KTHM College, Nasik. Students, I will teach you the physical and analytical chemistry in this academic year. Before starting the study of the course, we will discuss the syllabus of this course. Now the syllabus, which is implemented by Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Pune from June 2020. SY Basic Chemistry syllabus in semester 3rd. The course code is CH301. Title of this course is Physical and Analytical Chemistry. 2 credits are given and 36 lectures are allotted. Now this course consists of 4 chapters. Chapter 1, Chemical Kinetics, 12 lectures are allotted. Chapter 2, Surface Chemistry, 6 lectures are allotted. Chapter 3, Errors in Quantitative Analysis, 5 lectures are allotted. And chapter number 4, Volumetric Analysis, 13 lectures are allotted. Now, the physical chemistry part consists of the 2 chapters. Chapter 1 is Chemical Kinetics and chapter 2 is Surface Chemistry. Let me brief you regarding the examination pattern of this course. The total course carries 50 marks, having 15 as an internal assessment and 35 as university examination. Now, before going to this study of this chemical kinetics, first of all, what is thermodynamics? In thermodynamics, considers energy relations of reactant and product of the reaction, and it is possible to predict whether the reaction will take place or not. Now the thermodynamics, the reactant reacts, it gives the products, but in between what intermediate steps are occur, the thermodynamic does not give the mechanism of these intermediate steps, but it does not predict the rapidity of reaction. Hence it is necessary to study chemical kinetics. The chemical kinetics is related with the study of rates of reaction. It predicts the some reactions are fast or some reactions are slow. Now let us begin with the definition of chemical kinetics. It is a branch of physical chemistry which deals with the study of rates and its mechanism of reactions. Now these types of reactions, the chemical reactions may be classified into 2 types. Type 1 is ionic reactions and type 2 is molecular or non-ionic reactions. Now the first, ionic reactions. Now these are very fast reactions. Their kinetics can be studied by special techniques. For example, mixture of hydrogen and oxygen when ignited. Now this reaction is completed within the fraction of seconds, and hence it is very fast reactions. Similarly, another example, the precipitation of barium sulfate. Now here the solution containing the barium and sulfate ions forms immediately precipitation of barium sulfate. That means this reaction is completed within fraction of seconds and hence fast reactions. Now the second type is molecular or non-ionic reactions. These are slow reactions and their rates can be measured by simple methods. For example, rusting of iron. Now, this rusting of irons requires some months and hence slow reaction. Another example, weathering of rocks. Weathering of rocks requires thousands of years and hence it is very slow reactions. Now the molecular reactions are of two types. First one, homogeneous reaction. It is the reaction in which reactants and products are in one phase only are called homogeneous reactions. For example, twice Cl2O, it gives twice Cl2 plus O2. In this case, this reactant twice Cl2O in gaseous phase and the product twice Cl2 in gaseous phase plus O2 gas means the reactants and products are in same phase and hence it is called homogeneous reactions. Then second one is heterogeneous reactions. In these reactions, the reactants and products are present in two or more phases. For example, formation of ammonia. Now this N2 plus thrice H2, it gives twice NH3. In this case, these reactants are in gaseous phase and these products are also in gaseous phase. But the catalyst, that is iron and molybdenum, are in solid phase or solid state and hence it is heterogeneous reactions. Another example is decomposition of calcium carbonate. Now this calcium carbonate decomposes, it gives calcium oxide plus CO2 gas. Now here calcium carbonate, these are the reactants in a solid state or solid phase and the formation of the products calcium oxide and CO2. Calcium oxide is solid state and carbon dioxide in gaseous state and hence it is heterogeneous reaction. Now this chapter deals with kinetics of homogeneous reactions. The homogeneous reactions are divided into two types. First, gas phase reaction and second, liquid phase reactions. Now we are going to this rate of chemical reactions. What is the definition of rate of chemical reaction? Now the rate of chemical reaction is defined as the decrease in concentration of a reactant in unit time or increase in concentration of product in unit time. In short, rate means change in concentration per unit time. Consider the simple reactions. Now these are the reactant A and the formation of the product B. In this case, the rate of reaction is equal to rate of disappearance of A. Now this capital A means reactant is equal to minus d of concentration of A divided by dt, or rate of reaction is equal to rate of appearance of B. Now this capital B means the product is equal to plus d of concentration of B divided by dt. Now here this negative sign indicates decrease in concentration of reactants and positive sign indicates increase in concentration of products. So therefore rate is equal to change in concentration divided by time is equal to concentration divided by time. Now the units of rate, mole per liter per second for solution phase, means concentration may be expressed in terms of this moles per liter and time in second means per second. Then another unit, the mole per centimeter cube per second for gaseous reactions. Consider homogeneous reactions A of A moles plus B of B moles. It gives the products C of C plus D of D. Now here small a, B, C and D are the stoichiometric coefficient in the balanced chemical equation of reactants and products. See this, now this small a, small b, C and D, these are the stoichiometric coefficients. The rate at which any reactant is consumed is proportional to the stoichiometric coefficients. D of concentration of A by dt divided by D of concentration of B by dt is equal to A divided by B. That means A and B are the coefficients of reactants. Thus for the above reaction, the rate is equal to minus 1 upon A D of concentration of A with dt is equal to minus 1 upon B D of concentration of B with dt is equal to plus 1 upon C D of concentration of C with dt is equal to plus 1 upon D D of concentration of D with dt. Then another examples, twice A reacts with B, it gives thrice C. Now this is the reactant and this is the product. The rate of this reaction is, rate is equal to minus 1/2 D of concentration of reactant A with dt is equal to minus D of concentration of B. Now this B is reactant with dt is equal to plus 1/3 D of concentration of C with dt. Now this concentration of C means product. Then the next point is rate equation. The rate of reaction at any given initial concentration does not remain constant during the course of reactions. Now see this figure, the graph, the rate versus time. Initially, see, it is the highest in the beginning, the rate is highest in the beginning and decreases with time as the reactants are consumed. Theoretically, it takes infinite time for the rate to becomes 0. If A is initial concentration of reactants and X is decreasing concentration in time t, then the total change in concentration with time t is A minus X. Then the rate is given by, rate is equal to minus d by dt into A minus X. Rate is equal to minus this dA by dt plus dx by dt. But minus dA by dt is equal to 0 since A is constant. So therefore rate is equal to dx divided by dt. And hence the rate is represented by dx divided by dt. The dimensional equation for the rate is equal to concentration divided by time. Means this dx means concentration and this dt means time. Units for rate is, as we know, the concentration may be expressed in terms of moles per liter and time in second, and hence unit is mole per liter per second. Now these factors affecting rate of chemical reaction. There are the different factors affect these rate of chemical reaction. First one is temperature, second is concentration of the reactant, third is concentration of the product, fourth is catalyst, fifth is particle size of the reaction, that means surface area, and last one is solvent. Now studied one by one. First, temperature. What is the effect of temperature on rate of reaction? The velocity of chemical reaction increases with increase in temperature in most of the cases, with few exceptions where rate decreases. The rate doubles or triples for each 10-degree increase in temperature. Second, concentration of the reactant. The rate of the reaction is directly proportional to concentration of reactant. During the reaction, the concentration of the reactant decreases while that of product increases. Third factor, concentration of the product. The rate also depends on the concentration of the product formed. If the products reform the reactants, or the products catalyze or inhibit the reactions. The examples for this concentration of product, that is metabolism of alcohol. This is example. Then fourth factor, catalyst. A catalyst alters the rate of reaction. A small amount of the catalyst is generally sufficient to alter or change the rate. Further, the catalyst remains unchanged chemically at the end of this reaction. For example, enzymes have an important catalytic role in our bodies. Now the fifth factor is particle size of the reaction. That means surface area. This is also one of the most important factors. Now the smaller the particle size of the reactant, faster is the reaction rate. For example, zinc dust reacts more rapidly with dilute HCl than its granules. Means the zinc dust means fine particles. Immediate reacts as compared to the granules. Means particle size, that means surface area, affects the rate of reactions. Then last factor is solvent. Solvent differ in their viscosities and dielectric constant. Higher the viscosity, lower is the rate. The change in dielectric constant of medium changes the rate of reactions involving ionic or polar reactants. Dielectric constant or dielectric properties modify the attraction between such reactive molecules. Now these are the factors affect this rate of these chemical reactions. Then next point is the law of mass action. Now this law of mass action states that the rate of chemical reaction at any instant is proportional to the molar concentration of the reacting substance at that instant. Consider simple reactions. Now this is reactant A, it gives the product. Now in this case the rate is equal to minus B of concentration of A with dt is directly proportional to concentration of the reactant. Is directly proportional to the concentration of the reactant A. Now the rate law and rate coefficient. Consider the reaction A of A moles reacts with B of B. It gives the products C of C plus D of D. Now in this reaction, the rate is equal to K into concentration of A to the power A into concentration of B to the power B. Now this A and B, small a and B, these are the power, where K is proportionality constant called rate constant or rate coefficient. Now this K is proportionality constant. Then K is equal to rate divided by concentration of A to the power A into concentration of B to the power B, when concentration of A is equal to 1 and concentration of B is equal to 1. So therefore the K is equal to rate. Means rate coefficient is defined as the change in concentration of the reactant or product per unit time in a reaction in which all the reactants are at unit concentrations. Then next is the most important point, that is order and molecularity of reaction. Now first we are going to the order of reactions. The order of reaction is designated as symbol small n. Definition of order of reaction is it is the sum of powers of concentration of reactants involved in the rate equation. For example, rate is equal to K into concentration of A to the power n1 into concentration of B to the power n2 into concentration of C to the power n3. Means overall order of reaction, that is n is equal to n1 plus n2 plus n3. Now this is the order of reaction, overall order of reaction. The order of same reaction can change according to experimental conditions. For example, the reaction between H2O and HI in acid. Now this is the second order reaction. Same reaction, the reaction between H2O and HI in sodium thiosulfate. Now this is first order reaction. Means here the same reaction only change the experimental conditions. Now first case in acid, presence of acid, and second case in presence of sodium thiosulfate, and hence the order is changed, not same. That is second order and this is the first order reaction. Now here the stoichiometric equation do not determines the rate. The rate determined by those molecules whose concentration undergoes measurable change. Another example, ethyl acetate plus H2O. Now here the two molecules, one is ethyl acetate and another is water molecules, and hence M is equal to 2. It gives acetic acid plus ethanol. Here N is equal to 1. The rate of the reaction, rate is equal to K into concentration of ester to the power 1. Now the rate of this reaction is depends upon the concentration of ester only, not water molecules. Then second one is the molecularity of reaction. It is designated as letter small m, and hence it is defined as the number of molecules, that is atoms or radicals, of the reactant which take part in that reactions. That means the molecules are involved in a reactions. Now, for example, hydrolysis of cane sugar. Now this is a cane sugar, C12H22O11 plus H2O. Now this is one molecule of cane sugar and one molecule of water, and hence M is equal to 2. It gives glucose, that is C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6, this fructose. Now in this reaction, M is equal to 2, N is equal to 1. Means two molecules are participating in these reactions. Another example, this hydrogen plus I2. It gives twice HI. One molecules of H2 and one molecule of I2 are participating in this reaction. And hence, molecularity of this reaction is 2. Order of reaction is 2. Another case, thrice KClO. It gives KClO3 plus twice KCl. Here 3 molecules are participants, or 3 molecules are involved in this reaction, and hence molecularity is equal to 3 and order of reaction is second. Now, what is difference between the order and molecularity? Now the first order, it is the sum of powers of concentrations of reactants. Now here the molecularity, it is the number of molecules taking part in elementary reactions. Second point, order is an experimentally determined quantity. Molecularity is theoretical quantity. Third point, it can be fractional value. Now molecularity is always a whole number. It can be a zero value. It can never be zero. Order can change with condition like pressure, temperature and concentrations. Molecularity is independent of experimental conditions. We shall stop here. Let's continue with next topic in the next lecture.